Hello, welcome my channel. I am Jubair Hussain, sleeping story creator. Miller Street had once been the kind of place where kids rode bicycles until sunset and neighbors left their doors open in the summer. But by the time 10-year-old Liam Turner was old enough to notice the world around him, the street looked more like a forgotten corner of America. Peeling paint, boarded windows, and a silence that felt heavier than winter snow. Liam lived with his mother, Dana, in a rundown one-bedroom apartment on the second floor of a building that leaned slightly to the right, as if tired from carrying too many years on its back. The landlord rarely fixed anything. The heater rattled like a dying engine, and the thin walls did nothing to keep out the cold. Every morning, Liam woke up to see his own breath floating in the air. His mom worked 2 jobs, cleaning offices during the day and waiting tables at night. Even then, some nights they had nothing but canned soup for dinner. Liam always told her he wasn't hungry, so she would eat. But she always smiled the same tired smile and said, "A mother never eats before her child." Life had not always been this way. Before Liam turned 7, they had lived in a warm little house with a small backyard. His father, Mark Turner, had worked in construction. But one winter morning, a scaffold collapsed at his worksite, taking his life and everything the family knew along with it. The insurance money lasted only a little while, and soon Dana was forced to sell the house and move to Miller Street. Liam's memories of his father were blurry now. Large hands lifting him into the air, a deep laugh, the smell of sawdust on his clothes. But the emptiness his father left was sharp and clear. It followed Liam like a shadow. School wasn't much better. Kids noticed everything. His old shoes with the worn-out soles, his backpack held together with tape, his lunch that often consisted of a single apple. Some kids teased him, others pretended he didn't exist. But Liam was quiet by nature. He took their words like he took the winter wind, silently and without complaint. One teacher, Mrs. Harper, saw what others didn't. She noticed the way Liam always tried to help others, even when he had so little himself. She noticed how he stayed after class to clean up. One Friday afternoon, she pulled him aside. "Liam, you're a smart kid. You have a good heart. That matters. Don't let this world make you think you are worth any less because of where you come from." Liam nodded, unsure of what to say. No one besides his mother had ever spoken to him like that. Things got harder as winter deepened. The electricity was shut off twice, and the only light they had came from a small battery lamp Liam used to do his homework. Dana apologized over and over, but Liam always shook his head and said, "It's okay, Mom, we are okay." He wanted to believe it. One day, when the snow was falling fast and the city felt like a white blur, Liam came home to find his mom sitting on the couch, her apron still tied around her waist. She looked smaller somehow, as if the world had pressed her into herself. "What happened?" he asked, dropping his backpack. She hesitated. "They cut my hours at the restaurant. I don't know how we'll pay next month's rent." For a moment, the apartment felt colder than ever. Liam sat beside her and took her hand. "We'll figure it out," he said. He didn't know how, but he had to believe it. That night, after his mom fell asleep, he bundled himself in his thin jacket and walked down Miller Street. Street lights flickered like dying fireflies. He stopped in front of the shuttered grocery store, the place where his dad used to buy him candy. Under the dim light, a homeless man sat with a cardboard sign. "Cold night," the man said softly. "Yeah," Liam replied. They talked for a while. The man's name was Hank, and he told Liam he had once been a truck driver until a back injury ended his career. Now he lived on the street, surviving day by day. "You are too young to be walking out alone at night," Hank said eventually. "I know, but I just needed air." As Liam turned to leave, Hank reached into his pocket and pulled out a small metal keychain shaped like an eagle. "Take this," he said. "A little luck never hurts." Liam hesitated. "But you have so little." Hank smiled. "Sometimes giving feels better than receiving." Liam took the keychain. It felt warm in his hand despite the cold night. The next few weeks were a blur of worries. Dana worked every hour she could get, but the money still wasn't enough. On the last day of the month, the landlord slid an eviction notice under our door. Dana broke down in tears, the sound stabbing through the small apartment. Liam wrapped his arms around her, trying to hold together everything that was falling apart. But just as darkness seemed unavoidable, something unexpected happened. On a rainy Tuesday, Mrs. Harper visited their apartment. She carried 2 grocery bags and an envelope. "I know it's not my place, but you and Liam deserve a little help. The school staff collected some money for you, and there is a local assistance program that can cover a few months of rent while you get back on your feet." Dana cried again, but this time they were tears of relief. For the first time in a long while, the apartment felt a little warmer. The following months were slow but steady. Dana found extra work. Liam continued studying hard, pushing himself with a quiet determination. They still struggled. Poverty never disappeared overnight, but the crushing weight began to lift bit by bit. One evening in early spring, Liam stood on the fire escape of their building, looking at the sunset bleeding orange across the sky. Life was still difficult, but something had changed inside him. He pulled the eagle keychain from his pocket and smiled. Maybe Hank was right. Maybe a little luck and a lot of kindness could help people survive even the harshest winters. Liam wasn't sure what the future held, but he knew one thing. He would work hard, be kind, and never let the world make him feel small. Because even on Miller Street, the poorest